This week's recipe is a fun one to use kohlrabi while it's in season, and this is delicious raw in like slaws and salads, but I also really like it baked or roasted because it gets really tender and sweet. So first up, I'm gonna peel it and dice it up into nice inch size cubes, and if yours has leaves on it, then of course use the leaves, just slice them up and they can go into our recipe as well. But to dice them into cubes, you want to create nice big slabs, then cut them into sticks and then go across them, and you'll have these lovely cubes. Then I've got shallots. I'm using 2 and I'm using 1.5 now, and then saving another half for later for the salsa verde, which we're going to make to top our dish with. So in terms of the 1.5 we're using in the base, just roughly chop them, thinly slice or roughly dice, whatever you prefer. Then for the leek, I'm going to slice it in half so that I can wash in between the leaves to remove all that dirt, to make sure we've got no grittiness in our dish, and then thinly slice it all the way. Now into an oven-proof pan, quite a deep one, I'm going to add a bit of vegetable oil, bring that up to a medium heat, and then I'm going to throw in my shallots and my leeks, and I'm going to sweat them down until they start to caramelize. It takes about 8 minutes with the lid on, and once they're lovely and soft and starting to brown, I can go in with my kohlrabi and grated ginger and a little bit of salt, and stir that in until it's kind of evenly distributed, and then leave it to brown for another 5 minutes. Then I'm going in with the rice. So I've got 2 portions of rice here, and I've got a cup, which is the perfect size for that. But whatever volume of rice you're putting in, you want to put 2 times the volumes of water, and use boiling water, and add a veg stock cube and stir that in until it's all evenly distributed and the stock cube is melted in. Then put the hake on top, salt the fish. You can use other fish as well, but I just like hake. And then top it with a baking parchment cartouche and a lid, and that goes into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. We're just going to check it at the end to make sure the rice has absorbed the water nicely and the fish is cooked through. But in the meantime, we can make our salsa verde, and this is a bit of a seasonal twist with apple in it. So we're going to take that other half of shallot, and here's where we're going to kind of concentrate on finely dicing it, and we're also going to do the same with the apples. So cut across thin slices, then into thin sticks, and then finally into thin cubes. And then because it's a salsa verde, we're using lots of lovely fresh herbs. So I've gone for seasonal dill, I've got some mint, parsley and some coriander, but feel free to mix it up with whatever herbs you like or take out the ones you don't like. And the idea is just to dice them up really thinly, and then all that's left to do is to mix that into a bowl with, again, some grated ginger, some apple cider vinegar, or you can use other white vinegars if you like, some soy sauce and some extra virgin olive oil, but again, some sesame oil might be really nice here if you wanted to mix it up. Then stir it all in, and you've got yourself a beautiful salsa verde. You can use this on other recipes as well, but it pairs really nicely with kohlrabi and with fish. It adds that little bit of zing. So I'm going to give that a taste, add a bit of salt if it's needed, if the soy sauce wasn't enough, and there you go. So we're going to just check on our baked rice dish here. So just open it up, make sure that the rice is nice and fluffy and it's absorbed all the water, the kohlrabi is tender all the way through, and that the fish is nice and flaky and cooked through. And you can just insert a knife into the center of the fish and bring the knife up to your lips, and if it's hot to touch, then your fish is nicely cooked through. And all that's left to do is to serve up and enjoy. Hope you like this recipe. Bon appétit!